So I just got off the phone with my mom, and she told me she was in a Chinese store buying a Lucy, like a cigarette, loose cigarette, and she was waiting in line. So the person before her got served, so she was next in line and shit. Um, so the Chinese lady turned around and was like, "What you want?" So she like, my mom like turned like looked behind her, see if somebody was behind her and shit. Like, I mean, like this bitch can't be talking to me. Like, fuck, she talking to me like that for? So she seen wasn't nobody behind her. She turned back around like, who the fuck you talking to? Chinese lady like, what you want? Right? So my mom like, I guess she like snapped out on her, cussed her out, shit. Bitch, who you talking to? Blah blah blah. Left out the store like, I ain't spending my money in here. Fuck y'all. Like, so I guess the some Chinese bull, he run outside and shit that grabbed my mom, like, like stop my mom, like, I'm sorry, I apologize. My mom said like bull was like cursing the lady out in Chinese or whatever. I guess like set her straight. I don't know if it was his mom, grandmom, sister, whatever. But when she was talking, my mind, I drifted off like and thought like, damn, I remember dealing with Korean people when I was delivering beer. That's all we dealt with, because in Philadelphia they got every store. Like, they got the delis, they got the Chinese stores. Like, they really like run the city for real. Like, you know what I mean, as far as like convenience and shit. So when she was saying like the lady was ignorant and how she like spoke to her and shit like that, and her not wanting to spend her money there, like she left out or whatever, it just took me to a time where I used to deliver beer, and them Korean motherfuckers, men and women, they some of the nastiest, most ignorant, and I mean nasty in more than one way. Some of the most nastiest, most ignorant motherfuckers walking this planet. Like, I think Koreans is more racist than white people. And it fucks me up because, I used to be on a bear truck. I worked with mostly white people, white guys. And the white guys that I would deliver the beer with would purposely, because they could tell and they knew that them Chinese people, Korean people, like, they worship the ground and white people walk on. So they would purposely talk shit to them and just purposely be ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Like, to the Korean people. And I mean, I done watched them Korean people apologize when they ain't had nothing to, they ain't did nothing wrong. They ain't had nothing to apologize for. It was almost like they idolize white people. You know what I'm saying? Like, they look at white people as like the purest. You know what I'm saying? But they look down at black people. Just like every other race, it seemed like. You know what I mean? But it just made me think, like, my mom had that altercation with the lady. She had that disagreement with the lady. Now, my mom might stand on her business and never go back in there and spend money. But the reason why, and I realized this, the reason why Korean people in Philadelphia, Spanish people, some Spanish people, not really a lot, like, they kind of dug in with black people, but especially like Korean people look down on black people, and they handle us how they handle us, is because they don't take us serious. They know, like, we don't have resources. They know that we could come in there because they experienced it, like having shouting matches and going back and forth verbally. And I mean, sometimes I done seen niggas fuck the Chinese people up, like whoop they ass, like outside. You feel what I'm saying? And like, they ain't budging. You know what I mean? They store still there, it's still standing the next day. They gonna be there doing business. They gonna open up tomorrow. Like, they ain't backing down. They ain't going nowhere. They done took ass whoopings in the neighborhood. They done been cursed at, probably spit on. Bullet holes done came through they motherfucking glass. All types of shit. They gonna get that money. You know what I'm saying? In the black community. But I think the reason why a lot of people, a lot of different races and cultures and shit like that just don't take black people serious and look down on black people, because it's like we don't take ourselves serious. So it's like, it's crazy how we be wanting people to respect us and respect us as black people, but we don't even respect ourselves. And I know that sounds cliche and corny and all that, but it's the truth. It's really that simple. I didn't see niggas curse the Chinese lady out. I didn't cuss the Chinese lady out. But when at the time of me doing certain shit like that, I was in my late teens, early 20s. I was a young knucklehead. I was out there. I was on some goofy shit. And even looking back at my interactions and my experiences, I would curse this bitch out and call her all types of names and shit, and come right back to her store and spend some money the next day or even the same day. If he or she ain't tell me that I was banned or I couldn't come back in the store, which was rarely ever, because they want to make that money. They want to make money off you. They want you to spend your money with them. Just the same reason why that nigga ran out that store and apologized to my mom, because he looking at his mom or his grandma like, you dumb bitch, you chasing away business. I don't care about you personalizing or you having a bad day. This is business. And they always want you to come spend that money in their store. But one of the things that stuck out to me the most as to why they don't respect us and they look down on us just like other races and cultures is because we have no leverage. We have no morals and principles. We don't stand on anything. You know what I'm saying? Like imagine how much respect, not just black people, people in general, but since I'm talking about black people, imagine how much respect black people would have if they really stood on business. If they really had these bad experiences with these places, these convenience stores, these hair stores, whatever, you know what I'm saying, whatever's ran by Korean people or people outside of our race, and the second they mistreated us or the second that they dealt with us a certain kind of way that we didn't like, we never went back. You know what I'm saying? Like our value and the value of our dollar and how we spend our money and our consumerism, you know what I'm saying, the level of consumerism that black people have, they would miss us more than we would miss them. They would take a bigger L or a bigger hit than we would. You see what I'm saying? So again, my point is, I done seen niggas like my mom saying she ain't going back in there, but they got a laundromat. So they got the store, then they got the laundromat. So even, I don't even know if she noticed it, but even at the end of her conversation, she was like, well, I'm going to wash my clothes in there. She just won't be the bitch giving me the quarters. But she done said some ignorant shit to you that you didn't like, or she approached you in a way that you didn't like, but you still going into her establishment. They pay attention to us. They study us. You know what I'm saying? They really study us. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like black people and our mannerisms, our body language, our habits. You know what I'm saying? Good and bad. Like, they study us, bro. So I done seen niggas. I done been, when I was in the streets real heavy, I done seen niggas. I done did it myself. I done cursed them Chinese people the fuck out. Food places, delis, you know what I'm saying? And came right back in there and spent my money. Niggas pull they shit out, pull they strap, whatever. Pose threats, send threats, you know what I'm saying, snap out. I'm telling you, I done seen niggas whoop Chinese people ass. I'm talking about the people behind the counter, bro. They done came out that little side screen door. Niggas done pulled them outside and did them niggas filthy. You know what I'm saying? And would still go in the same shit, all that argument and all that physical shit, all that kind of altercation shit, chaos shit, and still go into them people establishment and spend your money. That's why they feel like, even though that lady ain't know my mom, they look at us all like that. They look at us all the same, even especially through our bad representation, which is 99% of black people, the majority of black people. Again, 1% is a lot of people on a planet that got 8 billion, 9 billion people. You see what I'm saying? Like, so when I say 1%, I really mean 1%. 1% can be hundreds of thousands of people. You see what I'm saying? And that's being generous. Like, most black people is just bad representation. So they treat us all the same. They treat us the same way. They talk to us a certain kind of way, because either they think that we okay with that shit, we used to it, it's normalized, or we just gonna accept it. You know what I'm saying? You can be a hard-working person. You can have a great job, whatever the case may be. You could be in the neighborhood visiting a family member that's just not as well off as you, and they'll say or respond or address you a certain kind of way because you black. You know what I'm saying? And if you feel a way, they know that the majority, even if you is going to stand on business, you one customer. The other 100 or 1,000 or tens of thousands of customers, they gonna come back. They gonna argue. Damn, you fucked my food up, you dumbass bitch. Damn, didn't I said a vanilla Dutch, not a chocolate. Damn, bitch, I said you gave me these stale ass backwoods. You know what I mean? Damn, you gave me this. You know what I'm saying? My soda was like, whatever you gonna complain about, that's probably all you gonna do is just complain about it. You're gonna it's gonna be a verbal thing. You're gonna verbalize it, and you're gonna curse a little bit, throw a temper tantrum, and you're gonna come back in their store and into their establishment and spend your money all over again. That day, the next day, you might even take a week off, but you'll be back. Whatever, you might come in that bitch and get a book of matches. Might come in there and get a bag of chips. You gonna come back, and they know that. They know that about us, about black people. We not to be taken serious. We don't take ourselves serious. We don't care. Like, black people, as long as they comfortable, as long as they have what they want and they enjoy and they like, bro, they good. They good. You can curse, you can say all that kind of shit. Even if a nigga will be satisfied with being able to get his shit off. If he feel disrespected, he'll be cool with being able to disrespect you back. Say some shit, a few curse words, get it off his chest, get his shit off. Might not come in that joint the next day, but he'll be back. He gonna come back in there and spend his money. And we just go through it. We just condition it, just keep going through it. We don't think for once, like, I'm tired of being mistreated. I'm tired of being spoken to a certain kind of way or dealt with a certain kind of way. Yo, man, fuck this shit. Let's stop spending our money. Like, we just, and even if they are thoughts, they're real thoughts that come to mind, but it just don't seem like it's in the cards for black people to get their own stores and their own businesses and be independent and step away from what we used to. You know what I'm saying? What's in our norm, especially in Philly. That's all we know is poppy stores and Chinese stores, Spanish, Puerto Rican stores and Chinese stores, Korean stores. And they really buy everything up, or they really run everything, you know what I mean, as far as on the storefront aspect of things. Like, but like I said, bro, when I delivered beer, I almost lost my job. I stopped being able to count. I used to have to call my girl to calm me down so I can woosah. I can't tell you how many times I wanted to go on one of them Chinese niggas' miles, bro, and just throw it away and just say, fuck this job. But I had to think. Sometimes I had to go sit on the truck. I had to go outside, you know what I mean? Get a breath of fresh air, like, before I go on one of these niggas' miles and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, you know what I mean? Because just the way they profile us, they think we gonna steal, they talk down to us, they got the cameras on us, we go in the basement. Like, nigga, why the fuck would I steal your petty ass, your nut ass, whatever, some bullshit beer or a 20-ounce soda when that shit can't even, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, that shit ain't even a percentage of my check. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like little shit like that. Like, logically, that shit wouldn't make sense for me to get sticky fingers in here at all. Why would I ever even put myself, you know what I'm saying? But they just profile us, and like I said, they talk to us a certain kind of way. They look at us a certain kind of way, like we jokes, and it's fucked up because we got some solid black people out here, but we all get profiled in that way. We all the bad representation outweigh the good, you know what I'm saying? Because it ain't a lot. I ain't gonna lie, it ain't a lot of good representation. But they'd think a nigga like me with a job that's making $30-something an hour come in a basement and steal a bullshit soda or a bullshit malt liquor beverage. You feel what I'm saying? And put my shit on the line. Like I ain't got mouths to feed. But again, they deal with mostly niggas in them corner stores. You know what I'm saying? In them stores in the hood where they mostly stationed at. You know what I'm saying? And you know, they got all types of shit. They got hair stores, beauty supply stores. They got all that shit. But I'm saying, like, they got us down to a science to where, though, they know us, bro. They studied us. Like, nigga, they got a scouting report on black people, bro. Like how basketball players, football players got scouting reports for matchups and for the opposing team. That's what they got on black people. They know our everything. Most races do. We are interesting. So they it's like they obsessed with us. But I just wanted to speak on that. It's like it took me back to a place when I was in that beer world and I had to deal with them Koreans, and I'm talking about, man, they just point, they don't speak English, and if they do speak English, they just ignorant as shit. They just mean, they just nasty, disrespectful, and can't fight a lick, can't rumble a lick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't saying all of them, but the majority that be on that shit, that ignorant shit, they cop callers, bro. But it's like They'll trick you out your spot. They'll fuck you up because they so ignorant. And it's like, you'll never know that it's another side to them unless you see them interact or tap dance for white people. Korean people want to be white people, but a lot of Korean people, a lot of Chinese people, they want to be white people, bro. They want the American dream. They want what the white people got or what the white people sold them. They look up and idolize, bro, white people, bro. Like, for real, like on their knees looking up. You know what I'm saying? Like, at white people, bro. Like, and white people just be jizzing on them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, them white niggas, bro, they get pleasure out of that shit. They be disrespecting them Korean women and them Korean guys, man. But like I said, we can't be mad at nobody but ourselves, because, you know, we a joke. Like, no different from anything else. Like, you got women out here that got 100 bodies, then been with every nigga, then been with the football team, and like they want a certain level of respect. They want to be taken serious. But it's like, how you expect a nigga to take you out and do all this, or wife you, cuff you, you not to be taken serious? You a joke. You a hoe. You a this, you a that. Same thing with a nigga. You a goofy. How you expect women to take you serious? You a goofy nigga. You a trick. You spend all your money. You a simp. Just like anything else, bro. You the laughing stock. So I think just with other races, it's just that simple. Like, our representation is bad. The majority, our majority of representation is extremely bad. It's extremely poor. We don't care. We just want to live and enjoy and get high and drink and, you know, turn up. And we just want to find everything to turn into some fun. You know what I'm saying? And some enjoyment. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what life is for black people. You know what I'm saying? Turning struggle into enjoyment and really like living in that space of just like struggling, surviving, being in survival mode, and trying to turn that into like some type of like enjoyment, you know what I'm saying? Or some celebratory type of thing. And it's like, bro, like, we gotta strap down and like be serious about life. We gotta like demand our respect. You feel what I'm saying? We gotta like really like reposition ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Everybody deserves respect, bro. I think every race deserves respect, but you gotta earn it. You see what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be a serious situation to, you know what I'm saying, to be taken serious. You can't be like a clown, you know what I'm saying, demanding respect. So I feel like, you know, it start with us as black people. Stop going in them stores. Stop spending your money with them people that disrespect you and treat you like shit. Saying to my mom, I let her vent, but she gonna go back in there. She just ain't gonna have her weight on her, but that's still putting money in they shit. You still gonna buy a loose cigarette from there tomorrow. When you jonesing for a cigarette, you gonna go down there and get a cigarette. So it's like, you called her a bitch. She fucking rolled her eyes at you and said what she said, and you make sure, you know, same time tomorrow, you bring us your money. They ain't tripping for real, bro, because they know we go for anything, bro. Like I said, long as niggas is satisfied, niggas got their weed, niggas got their drink, niggas got their pills, you know what I mean? Niggas got whatever it is that they enjoy, whatever guilty pleasures that they, you know, black people enjoy, bro, we content with that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why things are the way they are, because we don't really want more. We don't really want a lot more than what we have. We cool with going to work and complaining about struggling, or complaining about the Chinese people being ignorant. We cool with like doing a lot of the complaining of like what's happening in the world and the things that's affecting us. It's like we've grown accustomed to complaining and just swimming and like navigating through struggle and stress and being a have-not. It's like we're great at that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like no other, bro. And we do all of that, but we don't really want to change. We don't really want nothing different, because that's scary. That looks different. We don't really understand that. And you know what I'm saying? Like, it's unfamiliar. So it's like niggas don't really want nothing for real. Like, the things that, you know, get them through. But yeah, like I can't stand them motherfuckers, and I'm not, just like every race, it's always good and it's always more bad, obviously, but it's good in every race, and every culture has some good people. But all my experience for the most part with Korean people just been, now looking back, it's like, oh shit, it's been nasty and ignorant and it's been bullshit, but I see why. We jokes to them niggas, bro. You know what I mean? If you could treat somebody how you want to treat them and they still spend their money with you and they still do whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, they still, like, kind of, like, really accept it for real and they go for it. Like, why not? People do it in other ways. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so, but, yeah, I mean, shit, they get used to that shit just like we do. Oh, yeah, he just came in here cursing me out. They be used to that shit, bro. You know what I mean? They be used to that shit. Like, black people, and that's the thing with black people, bro, and I hate that about us. I hate that for us. We just want to bid and laugh and make everything funny and make everything like a joke or some shit. Like, and we accept everybody into our shit. We accept everybody. Anybody can be black, bro. Say some cool shit. Do some cool shit. Wear some cool shit, bro. You in. Ain't no passcode, ain't no magic word, special word, secret society vibes. It ain't none of that. Just be cool. Say a cool word, make a black person laugh. You in, bro. You can't do that in them other races and cultures, bro. And fuck all that. What you can do and what you can't do. They just don't accept black, nigga. You're black. Your black is, as far as, like, your black only goes as far as being black. You not accepted in no other cultures, bro. That black card don't work nowhere the fuck else but in the ghetto. And sometimes that shit decline there, depending on what kind of black person you is. You gotta be a nigga. You gotta be a nigga's nigga for your card to swipe. But Korean people card work with black people, white people card, Spanish people card, Indian people card, Russian people. Like, bro, it don't matter, bro. Every race and nationality and culture, they card is good in to swipe with black people, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can swipe that shit. Black people can't swipe their card, they black card, nowhere else but with black people, and you barely can do that. So again, we give everybody the power. We allow everybody in. We don't get the same in return. That's like basic math. That's like easy math. Like, bro, you gotta get respect. You know what I mean? You gotta give it to get it. But it's like, bro, when you notice somebody like not fucking with you or not giving you respect, you don't give them respect. They don't fuck with you. That's basically what I'm trying to say. That's commonology in the hood for black people. If somebody don't fuck with you, you don't fuck with them. But for some reason, they could disguise and act like they fuck with us and do whatever it is to get our money and get our validation. And they really don't fuck with us, but whatever. And black people just overlook all that shit, bro. Anybody's welcome in the black community. We're going to spend our money with any and everybody but each other. I was like, that shit's sad, bro. And I'm talking about niggas really chilling in Chinese store. We used to hustle in the Chinese store. They used to call the cops on us. And we be right back in that motherfucker trying to stash our little bit of shit. You know what I'm saying? Going back and forth with these motherfuckers like they family, like we know these motherfuckers. They kicking us out. We telling them we ain't getting out. Like, bro, bro, it's crazy, bro. They just treat us any kind of way, bro. I got love for one Chinese boy, probably like a couple, like my old neighborhood, because they came to my man funeral. You know what I'm saying? God rest his soul, my man Nardo and shit. Like, that blew my mind. You feel me? And they was forever good with me after that. Same motherfuckers I curse out, I go back and forth with. But again, that was 15 years. You know what I mean? My mind was fucked up. Like, I don't even want to. I'm different now. I'm not even dealing with you if you talking to me like that. I'm really standing on that. It's 1,000 other stories I can be going to, but I think it's crazy to like have them talk to you and handle you. And this is happening to black people all over Philadelphia. You know what I mean? Arguing, going back and forth, all that type of shit, and they still go back and spend the money. Argue with a Spanish person in their store, be ready to come to blows and still spend and give them your money. You know what I'm saying? Like, white people go back and forth and still give them your money, still spend your money with them. But it don't happen nowhere else like it happened with black people and Korean people in Philadelphia, bro. And it's like, it's crazy. Like, that shit wild. Korean people might be worse than white people, bro, with that racist shit, bro. Real shit. They different.